Brute force attacks. Let's first gain an understanding about brute force attacks. A brute force attack is a hacking method that uses trial and error to crack passwords, login credentials, and encryption keys. It is a simple yet reliable tactic for gaining unauthorized access to individual accounts and organizational systems and networks. The hacker tries multiple usernames and passwords, often using a computer, to test a wide range of combinations until they find the correct login information. The name brute force comes from attackers using excessively forceful attempts to access user accounts. Despite being an old cyber attack method, brute force attacks are tried and tested and remain popular with hackers. Next, we will see how brute force attacks are used. Brute force attacks are usually used to obtain personal information such as passwords, passphrases, usernames. Attackers often use scripts, tools, or a combination of the two to continuously attempt to get the required information. Moving on to the goals of the brute attack: theft of personal information such as passwords, passphrases, and other information used to access online accounts and network resources. Harvesting credentials to sell to third parties. Posing as users to send phishing links or spread fake content of the organization. Redirecting domains to sites holding malicious content. They can also be used for positive outcomes. Many IT security professionals use this method to test network system or application security, and more specifically the strength of the password policy. Furthermore, we will look at the types of brute force attacks. There are various types of brute force attacks that allow attackers to gain unauthorized access and steal user data. First one on the list is simple brute force attacks. Simple brute force attacks occurs when a hacker attempts to guess a user's login credentials manually without using any software. This is typically through standard password combinations or personal identifier number, that is PIN codes. These attacks are simple because many still use weak passwords such as password 123 or 1234, or practice your password adequate, such as using the same password for multiple websites. Passwords can be guessed by hackers doing minimal reconnaissance work to crack an individual's password, such as the name of their favorite sport or anime. Dictionary attacks. A dictionary attack is a basic form of brute force attack a dictionary attack is a basic form of brute force hacking in which the attacker selects a target and then tests possible passwords against the individual's username. The attack method is not technically considered a brute force attack, but it can play an important role in a bad attacker's password cracking process. The name dictionary attack comes from hackers running through dictionaries and basically amending words with special characters and numbers. This type of attack is typically time consuming and has a low chance of success compared to newer, more effective methods. Hybrid brute force attacks. A hybrid brute force attack is where a hacker combines a dictionary attack method with a simple brute force attack. It begins with the hacker knowing a username, then carrying out a dictionary attack and simple brute force methods to discover an account login combination. The attacker starts off with a list of potential words, then experiments with character, letter, and number combinations to find the correct password. This approach allows hackers to discover passwords that combine common or popular words with numbers, years, or random characters such as San Diego 123 or Rover 2020. Reverse brute force attacks. A reverse brute force attack sees an attacker begin the process with a known password, typically discovered through a network breach. Now they use that password to search for a matching login credential using list of millions of usernames. Attackers may also use a commonly used weak password such as password 123 to search through a database of usernames for a match. Credential stuffing. Credential stuffing preys on users' weak password etiquette. Attackers collect user and password combinations they have stolen, which they test on other websites to see if they can gain access to additional user accounts. This approach is successful if people use the same username and password combination or use passwords for various accounts and social media profiles. Brute force attack prevention. Some ways of preventing brute force attacks include use stronger password techniques, limit failed login attempts, use captchas, limit logins to a specified IP address or a range. Then you can enable multi-factor authentication, a very common one. Use unique login URLs, monitor server logs. Some use cases to check many failed logins from the same IP addresses, logins with multiple usernames from the same IP address, logins for a single account coming from many different IP addresses, excessive usage and bandwidth consumption from a single use. Failed login attempts from alphabetically sequential username or passwords. Logins with the referring URL of someone's mail or IRC client, referring to URLs that contain the username and password in the format as follows. Logins with suspicious password hackers commonly use, such as the ones listed in the checklist GitHub repository. Brute force attacks practical. A brute force attack uses trial and error to guess login information, encryption keys, or the location of a hidden web page. Hackers try every potential combination in the hopes of making the right guess. For testing, we are going to use DVWA, so let's launch DVWA and log into the DVWA. Now go to the security and set the severity to low. Select brute force from the left panel. For this attack, we are going to use the burp suit. Enable intercept in burp suit in DVWA. Brute force, enter any random credential, for instance test as username and test as password. Return to burp and observe that the burp suit has intercepted the page. The get parameter has this value get is equal to, which includes the domain name, URL and credentials. Right click on the intercept event and click on send to intruder. The next step is to navigate to intruders and positions to determine if the request was forwarded to the intruder. From intruder, we can do a brute force attack. Intruder draws attention to all of the possible fields that can be brute force. You can clear them out and choose manually instead. Highlight the fields you want and click add. Pick an attack. Attack with cluster bombs. Navigate to payloads, click on payload sets and change it to 1. Username. Payload options enable you to include word lists. Alternatively, you can manually insert and add words. This time go to payloads, click on payload, set and set it to 2. Password. Select an intruder and start an attack. If you see the attack has been completed, now let's try to check the content. If the content length is different, then it could be the password. As we can see, we got admin. Now let's try logging in. As you can see, we are fully logged in, hence the brute force attack is successful.